there's a very important quote which goes, "The fastest way to hell is running away from it." Now you can look up the quote and find the source. I don't remember who originally said it. See, I wing these videos. I just remember these bits of information. And the quote is, I wish I could tell you who said it because it's a brilliant quote and it's absolutely true. The fastest way to hell is running away from it. Now, what does that mean? What it means is that bad emotions, bad events, bad things happening to you, it seems as if the universe is placing burdens upon your shoulders willingly, on purpose. In reality, are you trying so hard in a violent resistance against these things, right? It's just like in, I believe in demonology, they say that if you are trying to resist the demon, if you're trying to push it out of you and you're in fear of it, and get away from me, the stronger the demon becomes, right? And this happens to you in your mind, right? Anxiety is one of those interesting phenomenons of the brain where it itself is an attacker. Most of the time, emotions, feelings, mental instabilities usually don't seem like they're attacking. They usually seem like they're swallowing us in some sort of way, or they're pulling us away. But anxiety is one of those ones where it feels like it's attacking. It's not pulling us in any way. It's not swallowing us. It's attacking us, right? It's like an evil force upon us. And the reason it feels that way is because what anxiety is fear. Your brain, during an anxious episode or a panic attack or whatever form of or level of anxiety that you are experiencing as a viewer, it really feels that it's attacking you because the fight or flight response going on in your brain is releasing cortisol, the hormone cortisol, and releasing adrenaline so that you're ready to either fight or peace the fuck out. Now, what do you do when you're having a panic attack? I've witnessed many people have panic attacks. One of my exes had chronic anxiety. And you know what she did? She handled it in the worst way possible. And what she did was she ran away from hell. She ran away from hell. She tried very hard to run away from hell. But her method was like many others, where they sat down or they laid down in their bed or whatever in the fetal position and just shook violently. Anyone who's had a panic attack, I have myself, know how badly you shake, right? Now, what is this telling you when you're shaking like this? What is that telling you? Is your body going, oh no, just sit still, I just need to shake? No. Your body is telling you to move with this new attacker. To move and be with, not run away from, but be with this attacker, this anxiety coming in, right? This anxiety, really what it is, when it was before we had all our neuroses, before we had all our weird ailments and insecurities, anxiety was really for when something was attacking you, like a lion or whatever the fuck it was, or someone's gonna fucking stab you with a knife and, oh shit, I need to do something. That's what anxiety is, right? That's what it is when you're alone in the dark, right? Your anxiety kicks in because it goes, okay, something might go down. I'm getting ready. Your body's getting ready. Your muscles tighten up. Your pupils dilate. Your blood starts pumping faster. Your heart rate increases to get you ready to do something, to fight or to flee. But instead, we choose to sit and shake. And it's doing us no good. Because rather than trying to move with it, we are against it. Anxiety is like being on water. Like floating on top of water. Right? Well, the calm state is, imagine your mind itself when you're in a relaxed state. Suppose, I hope, that you're in a relaxed state right now. If not, then I'll explain further. But for those in a relaxed state, where there's no anxiety happening, there's no crazy thoughts happening, you're just chill. You're good. I'm good, right? That's the water. And you're laying on the water, right? You're just laying on the water, right? Just back up and you're floating. When you're relaxed, you're floating. Now, what happens when you're having anxiety? Well, anybody who has had anxiety or depression, anxiety in a way is an extreme form of depression. On some levels, some people would view it differently, but it's drowning. A lot of people would actually describe it this way. It feels like I'm dying, I'm drowning, I'm losing breath. Well, now, instead of being relaxed and being, I'm good, laying on the water, what's happening? Oh no, I might sink. Oh no, I'm drowning. Right? And it snowball effects into panic. I'm dying. I'm drowning, right? So what do you do when your mind, when you yourself are against your own mind? Because when you're drowning, what do they say is the best thing to do? It's to lay back and float so you don't use all of your energy, right? You're not supposed to use all of your energy because you get tired and then eventually, because of muscle fatigue, you just sink after a while, right? You might keep it up there for a while, but your muscles get so tired that eventually you will not be able to sustain yourself afloat, right? So they say, keep yourself afloat with no movement, no energy required. The water carries you. And your mind is really trying hard to do the same thing for you. It's trying to be the water. Your brain's saying, I'm the water. And I'm trying to carry you. Just chill out. Relax. I can carry you. But you don't trust your own mind. When you have anxiety, you don't trust your own mind. People will say, you're fine. No, I'm not. Right? How many times have you had that thought for people who have chronic anxiety and panic attacks? I'm not fine. No. Right? That's what they say immediately. No trust. Lack of trust in the water. This is resistance. This is you running away from hell. Running away and thrashing. Because anxiety is an active state of thrashing. Lay back and let the water carry you. Now, when you're thrashing, what you're doing is breaking apart the water around you so it can't keep you afloat. Now let it and allow it to keep you afloat, right? But when it comes that time where anxiety comes back to you, when it comes right back in your head, you feel a little bit of a pitter-patter in your heart, in your chest, and you go, oh no, it's coming back. And then doesn't take much for you to roll back down. What do? You push, resist. Anxiety, again, is like a spring. Your back is against the wall in the face of anxiety, and it's a big spring pushing against your chest and squeezing the air out of you. Now, you could go like this, right? Push it away so it doesn't squeeze the air out of you. But what you're doing is you're wasting energy. This spring ain't just going to go away, right? Right? Now, what's going to happen when eventually your arms get too tired? Pop! Boom! Breakdown, panic attack, right? Boom! Right back at you. The further and harder you push a spring back, what happens to that spring? It comes back harder. Stop resisting. There was a philosophy that helped me get out of anxiety, and that philosophy was letting go, but in a way that's not so meditative, not in a way that's, I guess you could say, unoriginal and corny that you'd hear in therapy sessions or whatever. Oh, just let go. No, it's different. Letting go and saying to yourself that no matter what happens to me, it doesn't matter. If I have a panic attack, it's fine. Just say, it's fine. If I die and I lose my oxygen, because a lot of people have paranoid thoughts when experiencing anxiety, say, well, no, it's fine. I'll just die. And that sounds dark to some, but it is a life saver. Because what you're doing is you're relinquishing the responsibility that your mind is taking on. Your parts of your mind that are not in your control. That's important too. I talk about that in the hypochondria video, so I'll leave it out. But giving up control. And if you allow yourself to say, it doesn't matter, whatever happens to me, it's fine, blah, 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 that lack of resistance and just saying, oh, I'll float into hell. I'll go with hell, right? This is why people who are very depressed find dark music good. They find it soothing. Why would bad, sad music, you know that song, Say Something I'm Giving, you know that song? It's sad as fuck. It's the saddest song ever. But when people are sad, when they're sad about relations or whatever, they listen to that song. How does that help you? Wouldn't you want to listen to happy songs? No, because there's a frequency that's being met with your own mind. You're embracing hell. And by embracing hell, it cannot affect you in the same way as if you were pushing it, as if you were resisting it, because that thrashing makes it come back harder. Say, whatever may happen to me, it doesn't matter. I will not tremble between alternatives. I mentioned that in the hypochondria video. Do not tremble, just float on the water and say, if I sink, then so be it. And you'll notice that when you start to not be so shaky, when you start to relax and be like, okay, well, I'm giving up this responsibility of my own life, of my brain carrying me on this water. Now I'm not as shaky and I'm not disrupting the water, and I'm less likely to sink. You'll realize that, and it will happen slowly. It will happen gradually. This does not happen instantly. It never happens instantly. And I know because I experienced anxiety in all forms for years. Years. Sleep anxiety, health anxiety, all of them. And this helped me. It 100% helped me. And I believe it can help you too.